Okay, so this is the operation of the WS2. So in order to activate it, when you turn your key on, you'll see in your monitor that there's a green light that says ready, green light that says you're in neutral. If you happen to have, say, the emergency brake on, it'll show you there. It should also show you as soon as you go to move it, it goes into the malfunction mode. So if the emergency brake is on, or if you have it in forward or reverse, it'll go into the malfunction mode. So you need to be in neutral, have the emergency brake off, and the seat belt done up. I've got it done up behind me. Of course, you might want to wear the seat belt. So once you see the ready light and you're in neutral, now you can switch it into reverse and just step on the pedal for reverse, forward for forward. This is your foot brake here. So down here, now this is the emergency brake. Down here is your forward, neutral, and reverse button. Next to it is your high speed, low speed, so high range, low range, and then if it's in the middle, that's kind of your battery saver mode. So that's where if you're not in towing or hauling any heavy loads and you're just moving around, that's probably where you'd want to be. And then of course in low range, you've got a little DC socket here, and then of course it's got a little radio. Then the monitor shows you if you're in two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, shows you the battery life, where the battery life is, hour meter, total mileage. It's got temperature, so you can just cycle through the different modes that are offered to you, mode B and mode A.
Okay.
So it also shows you your signal lights. So that's right, left of course. And then you have your hazard lights here. So the monitor shows you that as well. And then down here you've got your different light switches. So this is your park lights, headlights, high beam, low beam. And then this is your roof lights, which I would only recommend that you use them if you absolutely need them, because of course the more lights that you have on, the more battery life you're using, though the lights are LED, so they're very low consumption. And then this button here is winch in, winch out. And of course we have the horn, the signal lights, the hazard lights. This is your two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive button. So there's four-wheel drive. If you need to have diff lock, you just flip that over and pop that out. Now you've got diff lock, and then pop that back down, leave that up, and you're in two-wheel drive, which you'd probably want to be in most of the time, I guess, depending, it's up to you. And that basically is about it. You have tilt steering, so there's your little tilt lever. And for charging, we'll just go out in the front of the vehicle here. Okay. So if you lift up the front here, just take these two straps off. There's a little lock box here. And inside here I've put the charge cord. So you can have the key shut off. And all you need is a 120 volt plug-in, 20 amp circuit breaker. And you just plug this into here. Plug this into your outlet in your building or whatever. And it has a little monitor down here that tells you the state of charge of the batteries, and it'll be red for discharge, yellow for 80% charged, and then it'll turn green for 100% charged. And there's a little light here that's red, yellow, green when you're charging. And once it's charged up, it'll be green. You know you're 100% charged. It's probably with 80% charged batteries, it's probably a couple of hours to get them right up, and with 80% discharged batteries, it's 6 to 8 hours. So you do have to allow time for that. And this battery charger is good for 120 volt to 275 volt, 50 hertz or 60 hertz. So if you want to use 220 power, you can just wire the plug in accordingly. So the battery charger will adapt to whatever voltage. And then just leave this in here for storage so you know where it is. And then you can lock it if you like. Here's your winch. So it's just a standard little UTV winch. It's got the switch inside. It's got the release here if you want to spool everything out. And as far as the hydraulic brake reservoirs here. It's got a sight glass on the side, so all you have to do is check the sight glass. You do have adjustable front shocks, so you can crank these up if you want to increase the spring tension on the front end. And there is a DC outlet here if you need to plug in for DC voltage. It's independent front suspension, disc brakes all the way around, dual reservoir for the brakes, so you have a separate reservoir for your front brakes and your rear brakes. Has mirrors, windshield wiper, which I forgot to mention, the switch for the windshield wiper is right up here. We do have full doors for it as well, which we can send along with it if they decide that they want to take the unit. And then as far as the batteries go, there's a battery pack on each side, and you just lift this up, grab onto this handle, pop the seat up. There's a little rubber grommet on each side. You can just pull the seat forward. In here you've got your quick disconnects for your batteries. You just pull them out and you can slide the battery pack out. We do have a spare battery pack and a spare charger. So it takes probably about 15 minutes. The battery packs are heavy. It'd be quite a bit of weight for two full-grown big men. So you'd probably want to have a forklift or something to transfer them. And you just slide them back in, connect your connectors, and if you've got a fully set of spare batteries charged up, ready to go, 15-20 minutes, and you can have them changed out on each side, and off you go. And this is the battery charger here. This is the Sevcon controller and all of the controlling devices. The controller can be modified, so it is adjustable, so you can adjust the speed of the vehicle. You can do other inputs to make the vehicle more compatible for your conditions, or if you want a certain function. And the seat just slides back in here like this, and push it down back into the grommets, and you're good to go. Now, as far as the dump box, it is an electric hydraulic lift. It's a little bit on the slow side. You do have to have the key on, and you can just push that down. It takes a while, but once it travels all the way down or all the way up, it does. The circuit goes open, so you don't have to worry about it coming down and loading the motor up and having all kinds of issues. And like I say, it just takes a little bit of time. They probably have it on a real low ratio, just to again save energy, so your battery life is extended as much as possible. And then of course the dump box, the sides, you can drop the sides down. You got lots of hooks here, so you got hooks inside the box. You've got stake holes. You can drop the tailgate down. So, you know, it's kind of nice. It's a fairly good floor in it. It's fairly strong, so if you need to throw some stuff in there, you don't have to worry about bending it. It does have a 2-inch ball. I wouldn't mind seeing the hitch modified a bit. We're working on that so that the hitch comes out a little bit more, but like I say, we're working on that. It has the semi-grip UTV tires, and we have a spare tire for it. And that's basically about it. If you have any questions, just call Len at O.T.S. at 780-955-8805, or my cell number is 780-913-6304. Thank you.